Guess who's back? Back again. King Smooth is back. Okay, that was so cringe. Let's just forget I just did that. My lighting is not okay. Here we go. Welcome back, man. I'm back with another video. I know it's been almost a week since I recorded and uploaded a video. Last week, dealing with leg swelling, high blood pressure, sinus infection. Like I was down so bad I couldn't do nothing all last week. I was going to work, but I was struggling every day. But got my blood pressure down, I'm on medication now. Legs not swelling anymore. So maybe this weekend I can get a hoop video out. Just somebody want me to shoot left-handed shots. They said I can't shoot left-handed shots. Whatever, trying to call me out. Well, blah blah blah. But I'm glad to be back making videos for you guys, and hope you guys didn't think I was just gone completely. But I've been around, stuff like that. We gonna get into the video, man. We got what is this? Why is Larry Bird still so popular? By Basketball Time Machine. Let's get to the video, man. Enough talking. Let's get it.
Then this, an absolutely breathtaking flying follow-up of his own missed 20-footer by who else? Larry Bird.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Shout out to Basketball Time Machine.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol. NBA fan with full NBA.
That's one of them fast.
Hello and good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball.
Right.
In today's episode, I want to talk to you guys about why Larry Bird is still so popular, even though.
And I know my hair looks kind of wild. I haven't had a chance to cut my hair, but I'm thinking about growing it out, get some locks. But we'll see.
He ended his career so many years ago. But before we dive into today's episode, let's take a quick look at the sponsor of today's video. Today's video helps you to allows you all in one out of no. Please spend exactly where you will notify your finances. You guys wait any longer.
All right, here we go. Take it off the screen.
So it's kind of interesting to see why I came up with this topic for today's video. I think like 2 weeks ago, I uploaded a video which was called NBA Legends Explain Why Larry Bird Was So Good or Better Than Other Players. And the video had over 1.6 million views in less than 2 weeks. And that just shows how popular Larry Bird still is. And we have to remember that Larry retired, in 1992? So we're talking about 30 years ago. So I came up with the topic and I thought, okay, why is he still so popular? And I have several reasons that I want to talk to you guys about. Now, the first reason that I have in mind is how other NBA legends are still talking about Larry Bird. And I'm talking about the guys who actually played against him. If it is a Magic Johnson, if it is a Dr. J, if it is a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they all say that he is one of the best or maybe the best player they ever played against.
Who was the best player you played against?
Yeah. The best guy I played against might have been, Larry Bird. Someone like that.
How good was
Michael
Bird?
Jordan.
I don't think people look at him and think, he's a white guy, slow guy.
He's a chubby white guy. He wore us out, man. Because this muscle here, the one between his ears, that was his best, because
smart,
he
Smart
made the 3 points and he had assists and rebounded, steals. He was always at the right place at the right time on the court. One of the great players I had the opportunity to play against.
Now, when you have legends like that saying those incredible things of you, obviously, for the younger generation who have never seen Larry Bird play, they have to believe that, okay, if those guys say that he's great, he must have been great. And rightfully so. For guys like me and most of you guys who watch Larry Bird play, we know that this guy was really, really a bad boy. But coming back to the topic, why is he still so popular? It's not only that legends talk about Larry Bird in the highest regards, but it's also that he was able to do things that he probably never should have been able to. How can you be such a sensational player, win 3 MVPs straight in a row. If you're not fast, if you're not quick, if you can't jump high, Larry Bird basically defined the odds, and basically was a very, very rare specimen. We're talking about guys like Michael Jordan, for example, who probably, in my opinion, was one of the best athletes who ever entered the NBA.
Yeah.
He was able to do things that no other player was able to do, and Larry Bird was basically in the same kind of category, not from an athletic standpoint, but being able to do things that he never should have been able to do. If it is being able to shoot over everybody, doing those crazy step backs, having even some moves that were super athletic, even though he was not athletic. It's just mind-boggling how this guy was able to be so dominant with lacking so many attributes. Then another reason that I really believe is a major point where Larry Bird was, or still is, so popular is his trash talking.
Yeah.
I mean, in today's NBA, where you basically get suspended for a couple of games if you only look the wrong way at a certain player, Larry Bird was a guy who could take a player out of his game by trash talking. And some of the things that he has done are so unbelievably great. I mean, telling a guy what he's going to do, like, oh, I'm going to shoot the ball from there. I'm going to run around the screen. I'm going to take the ball there. I'm going to shoot it in your face, and it's going to only be 1 second left on the shot clock. Saying those things and actually being able to back those things up.
Crazy,
I mean, who does that in the modern day NBA? And even back then, when we still had so many great trash talkers, there weren't many guys who were doing something like that. And Larry Bird did it countless times. If you go on YouTube and check how many players can actually attest to that and have their own Larry Bird moment where they say, okay, he did that to me. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of stories. So hundreds of stories, Larry Bird saying what he's going to do and actually backing it up just shows what an incredible player he was.
But when you played against somebody, do you remember? Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. Yeah, that was a tough night, man. The biggest argument that night is, well, you only scored 6 on me.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
But when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says, left side over across the 3, and you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling.
Then there's another thing that we have to talk about, and this is something which is a kind of a sensitive topic, but I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Now, back in the 1980s, the NBA was a little bit more, or the world in general was a little bit more racist as it is today. And back in the days, there were some players who said, oh, Larry Bird is only getting this reputation and this hype because he's a white player.
Oh, wow.
And they used to say that until they played against Larry Bird. If it was a Dennis Rodman, who I had on my show, who said that Larry Bird was one of the best players he ever played against, but obviously he had this interview where he said Larry Bird was only hyped that much because he was a white player. Cedric Maxwell, who was a teammate of Larry Bird, who openly said that he believed that Larry Bird was overhyped until Larry Bird actually became a Celtic and whooped Cedric Maxwell's ass. So hearing from so many black guys who changed their mind about Larry Bird, to me that's great, because that shows that those players can give credit where credit is due, but it also does a lot to the legacy of Larry Bird. But that's just a tiny point. I mean, there's some other players in the same kind of category of Larry Bird in terms of being a legend even many years later. If you check on YouTube for Pistol Pete Maravich, for example, the guy has been out of the NBA for I don't know how many years, 40-something years, and the guy unfortunately died so many years ago. But he also has millions of views on YouTube. Why? Because his legacy and his legend lives on. And there are just not that many players who have that legacy. I mean, Michael Jordan obviously is probably the most searched NBA player on YouTube of all time, even more than LeBron James and those guys. But Jordan, obviously, MJ being the GOAT, it's natural that many guys are searching him up on YouTube, especially with the younger generation. They want to know what we old school fans are talking about. But Larry Bird, to me, when it comes to a player from the 1980s, Larry Bird, in my opinion, is the most popular player of the 1980s when we talk about a player that has a legacy which is still going on even until today.
Ted Auerbach called this the greatest play I've ever seen.
I want the ball because I'm supposed to produce in situations. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but I want the ball in a crucial situation.
It's crazy, like he just vanished and just appeared right there and put the ball back up.
All right, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And even more important, click the notifications.
Gotcha, bro. Gotcha. Yeah, man. Larry Bird gonna be popular. He's keep continuing being popular for a long, long time. You already said Bird retired in '92, and he's still being talked about. It been 30 years ago, and he's still getting talked about, still getting searched. People still want to play like him and wonder how he was able to play like that. And he didn't look that athletic. He really wasn't that athletic, but it's just crazy, man. Larry Bird is always gonna be popular, man, and this is why I keep putting videos out, these Larry Bird videos, because you guys enjoy it. You guys love Larry Bird, especially the ones that grew up watching him a long time ago. And yeah. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. Let me know what y'all think about the video, what y'all think about Larry Bird. I'm just glad to be back making videos, man. Trying to get back in the grind, man. I've been out. It's like it's been a long time, but it was just last week when I last uploaded. But got to get back in the grind, man. So trying to bring some bigger and better videos. Some more better content. I'm gonna try to get back on the court some more if I feel better with my legs or whatever. Like, they're not swollen more, but they starting to feel a little better day by day. So by this Saturday, hopefully I just go to the gym, put up some shots or whatever like that. Like I said, somebody tried to call me out, told me to put up some left hand shots. So, cause I was talking about the Larry Bird video where he said he took some shots left handed. Y'all seen the video? Y'all know what I'm talking about. He mainly was doing like left hand layups, push shots, floaters, not actual pull up jump shot three with left handed like that. But I'm gonna show you guys that I can shoot left handed. Not quite even handed, but I taught myself how to use my left hand. I wasn't like born ambidextrous, but I know how to use my left hand because I trained myself. But enough talking, man. Gonna get into the next video. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, all the good stuff, and I'm back.